So before I get started today, a slight peek behind the curtain. If you didn't know, and I don't think I've ever said this before, when I do like unboxing videos that also have like a little bit of a review of the game, I usually, do this intro part and say, hey, here's the game, blah, 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 blah. Then I unbox it, and then I play it for the first time and, go through the whole thing and enjoy it. And then I do my outro video for like, yeah, this is how I felt about it. And then I do my thanks for watching, subscribe video thing. For this one, I'm filming in the future. I unboxed this yesterday and played it last night with one of my really good friends, and we beat it all the way through. So if you just came here to see how I think about the game I'm talking about today is Power Rangers Ritas Rewind. Get it any way you can. It is fun. If you're a beat 'em up person, it is awesome. I can't speak for every version because I just have the Switch version, but it's 1 to 6 players, and we only played 2 players. There's only 2 of us last night, but dude, it was cool. But anyway, that's a major spoiler of that part of this video. But that said, today we are going to be checking out the Power Rangers Ritas Rewind. God, say that 3 times fast. Collection. It's not even a collection. Sorry. Digital Eclipse made this. They've done a lot of really good collections, including Tetris Forever. But this game is a game that is not a collection. It's just one game, and it's awesome. And also, like I said, I've already filmed the unboxing, so I have a really. I just want to apologize here and before that, because I watched this show as a kid. I love the Power Rangers. I will say that I did kind of stop at Mighty Morphin. Like, I went to the first movie. I remember watching the movie in theaters, and I watched a little bit of the Ninjas, which I think was the one after. But I make the most boneheaded mistake when I'm talking about the Rangers in the freaking unboxing, and I feel like it makes me cringe thinking about it, because I'm like, God, what an idiot I am. But I did it, and I'm not gonna edit it out, because this is real life, and you only get one shot. Eminem said that once. But anyway, this is the collector's edition. You could have bought this from Atari, and you also could have gotten it from Amazon, which is where I got it, which is why I already have mine. I think the Atari ones are shipping out, but they just haven't arrived yet. But this is a really, really, really awesome game. I'm going to unbox it for you right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay. Like I said, I beat it. Pretty short game, but just like all these beat-em-ups have been coming out lately, like the Double Dragons, the Ninja Turtles, I mean, you could sit down and beat it in like 2 to 4 hours. But I mean, like, the fun is playing with your friends, replaying it, unlocking stuff, and that's what we're going to talk about. And this intro is really long for one of my videos, so I'm sorry for making you wait so long. Let's unbox this thing, and then let's talk about this game. So this is the deluxe edition. It's from Atari. I think you could buy it from Atari, but I actually got it from Amazon. So I got mine today, while a good friend of mine ordered it from Atari and hasn't gotten his yet. So that kind of is a bummer. But anyway, take off the plastic. It shows you everything you get on the back, but I'll just show you when we open it. But it's kind of cool. It's like kind of holographic, kind of shiny. It says deluxe edition, 1 to 6 players. I got the Switch version because, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that is what I'm all about. Although, it's one of those non-chipboard boxes, so I'm always worried that I'm going to tear the tabs when I open these things, because the little groove gets caught. That always drives me so crazy. Trying to be careful. Ugh. I'm going to have to take it off. I'm going to have to move it over here to do it so I can have it closer to me. Hold on a second. Okay. I did it without ripping anything, which is nice. Anywho, here's what's inside. A steel book and some other goodies. So let's see what the other goodies are. We have a poster for Ritas Rewind that has... it's only single-sided, which that's not very normal, but either way. Here it is, all of the mainstay Rangers. So the original 5 in green, which is cool. Looks like we have some Putty Patrol, some Dino Zords, a couple bad guys up at the corner, Goldar, and then of course Rita in the middle. So that is neat to see. And what else do we have here? So the steelbook sounds like it has something in it. First off, it's green. It says Ritas Rewind. Has the Dragon Zord dagger. And on the inside, we have, what do we have? Let's see. It's cool that they put the goodies in here. So we have a, ooh, that's cool. Like a little little picture, little lithograph thing where they move. So that's neat. And put that back the way they had it to protect it. And it looks like they have some cards here. So we got Billy, the Blue Ranger. Oh, it has like some facts about him on the back. So, and the sprite. So Billy. Got your Zack Attack, Black Ranger. Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. How come? Okay, yeah, never mind. Tommy, the Red Ranger, of course. Oh, why did I say Tommy? Oh, God, please. I'm not going to edit that. I'm an idiot. So just, I should edit it so I don't look like such an idiot. But no, it's Jason. My bad. Tommy's the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. Just don't. I swear to God, I loved the show as a kid. I'm sorry for saying that. Yellow Ranger, Trini. And, of course, everyone's favorite, Tommy, the Green Ranger. Jesus Christ. Whoa. And lastly, but not leastly, open up the game, see what's in it. Got my little knife here. Oh, I didn't say they have the Dragon Zord on the inside of the case, the steelbook, which is cool. Boop, boop. Let's open it up. And no book, but you have a Megazord. Got the Switch game. So let's pop this thing in and check it out. So this game is like super duper duper dope. I mean, I already said that. I already kind of ruined this part of it with the intro. But I want to just, go ahead and just show you a little bit of the stuff you get in this without showing you everything. I mean, first off, really cool kind of cutscene. Really neat is how they set up the story. I don't really want to spoil the story, but, basically it's a Power Rangers plot. You need to beat Rita and Rita's monsters. It's cool. They do make a way to reference the old, Power Rangers plots and monsters without being like, oh, they just came back. Like the ones that you know and love are just back for no reason. There's like a reason behind what's going on. So it's really cool. It also kind of ties in a little bit, I think, with that Netflix movie, the kind of rehash one. I did watch that movie, but honestly, I forgot the plot. But on the whole, let's just talk about the actual gameplay. First and foremost, this game is a beat 'em up. Like I said, on the Switch anyway, it is 1 to 6 players. Which, a little bit of a spoiler, even with the unboxing. I mean, when you start the game, you can play as the 5 Rangers. So who would be the 6th Ranger? I mean, there's the Green Rangers all over this thing. So you eventually unlock the Green Ranger. I thought it would be cool if later on you could maybe even go further and unlock the White Ranger, or maybe even Bulk and Skull as joke characters or something. Think that recent Ninja Turtles collection, how they just kind of kept adding DLCs. But so far, I hear there's no DLCs planned for this game. A little bit of a bummer, but oh well. I will say that this game, as far as beat 'em ups go, there's different mechanics in different beat 'em ups. I think this one's a really good combination. I mean, they have combos, they have grabs, they have where you can do upper cut type moves, and then bring the enemy back down, or kind of do an AoE slam kind of move, which is all very useful for taking care of different enemies. Also, they do have one of those moves that some beat 'em ups have, where after you do so much damage, you can press a button to do a screen nuke, which is cool. One thing they don't have, which I'm personally don't really care about, in fact, I'm actually kind of glad it's not in this game, but some people might like it. There's certain beat 'em ups that have you press jump and attack at the same time, basically a desperation move, something like that, where you do a really strong AoE move or combo, but it takes some of your life. They don't have that here. But like I said, it doesn't bother me because I never liked using those kind of moves, and then more often than not, personally, I use them by accident, and then when I do that, it kind of screws myself up. So kind of glad they didn't, but that's just my views on it. So another thing that kind of is some built-in replay value is as you play the game, you get points, and then those points can unlock basically skill points you can level up the Power Rangers. So like there's power, speed, and defense. You can level them all up 4 times. You know, I leveled up. I was playing on normal mode. We leveled up our characters to max level by like the 12th level out of like 15. So, you know, very doable. I mean, honestly, if you're playing with 6 people, like that's one quick way to just level everyone up all the way. And that stuff does carry over to like going back and playing, you know, the levels and stuff. Your guys still have the stats. Other neat things in the game is there's secrets in every level. And the secrets, they're like a couple different kinds of secrets. There's are these ones that like there's in the juice bar thing, like where everyone hangs out in the main like show. There's some broken arcade machines, so there's like 3 secret components that can fix those, and they just have little mini games. And then everything else is like hidden people from the show that you can like kind of rescue, or mementos. And then also the people you rescue, they end up at the juice bar and they give you mementos too. But the mementos are cool because like they're throwbacks to the original show. Like I'm trying to think of like they had like the lipstick from like that bad guy Lip Syncer and stuff like that. You know, it's really neat that they just kind of had a bunch of throwback stuff like that. I mean, that's obviously nostalgia bait is the whole point of this game, but just a neat thing. So that, I mean, that kind of is like what's going on with the beat 'em up levels. You know, like you'd think, fight your way through, you know, find secrets, level up characters, and fight a boss at the end. Yeah, pretty much handles it. Oh, one thing I did want to bring up with the bosses is they're usually phased. We're like in between certain life bar thresholds. Like they do some kind of move that you really need to like dodge or practice dodging with, and their life bar will turn gray, so you can't hurt them. So it kind of like stops, you know, certain aspects of speedrunning like right off the bat, because you can't just like, you know, gang up like all 6 people just like gang up and destroy Goldar or whatever. You can't do that. But still pretty cool though, and it does keep the pacing in the boss fights pretty decent. Now, there's a couple different kind of levels like this. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to talk about the other versions of this. But in general, they have these cool kind of Mode 7 style levels where basically you have scaling sprites. Think like Space Harrier or, you know, something like that. And, you know, you're running towards the enemy, shooting targets, shooting enemies, getting power-ups, double shot, homing missiles. And it's really cool. I mean, it's like severely cool. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything because I really honestly think that anyone interested in this game should check it out. But there are more versions of this. It's not just like the get in your Dino Zord and go to town. They have different things that are out there that are really, really neat. Highly recommend checking it out. I mean, if you want to be spoiled, you know, maybe look at a different video. Like I said, I want to talk about it. Like I love talking about this game after playing it. But I just don't want to spoil it for people who really want to check it out for themselves. If you're a old school Power Rangers fan or grew up in the 90s, I mean, like there's no reason not to play this game. And you know, even if you get it digitally, like I said, there's some really cool stuff that I think you will really enjoy. And then the final thing, it took me forever to kind of figure out what to do exactly. But once you figure it out, it's actually kind of easy, which, you know, maybe is a little disappointing. I don't know. There aren't really many of these, but the Megazord fights. First off, they are first person. Think like, what was that game? Sparkster? I think Sparkster kind of had like a similar kind of thing like this. Maybe not exactly like this, but very similar. But essentially, the bosses do a couple different things. They shoot projectiles, and then they try to slash at you. And you can dodge left or right or go forward and back and punch. The punching is like 2 different buttons. The thing that took us a while to figure out is like you can't just punch like one punch. Like it does like no damage. So the whole point is you fill up these gauges at the top of the screen that power up your Megazord. And once the sword's powered up, you basically do like the one-hitter quitter on them. However, what they don't tell you is you really just need to mash the hell out of punching, but not really mash it, like press both buttons. This is going to sound weird, but I found the best way to do these is to have like one thumb on the joystick where you can go forward, left, and right, and then have like your pointer and middle finger on the 2 punch buttons for left and right fist, and just kind of flutter your fingers, kind of like you're like go playing really fast on a bass or something, and you just like and like fill the bar instantly. But that's the only, like I said, the only kind of downside to this is literally like that's it. It's just like punch, 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 fill the sword, press the button and tap it to kill him. You know, once you like figure that out, all all the bosses that you do this with, and you don't fight every boss in this kind of way. I think you do this giant fight like maybe 3 times, something like that. But they all really do feel samey. Maybe it's like a slight downside. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But it once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And then once it's pretty easy, it's like, well, you know, I don't know. And maybe it's part of me thinking like Power Rangers, like the fighters, like for Super Nintendo, like that game was super cool. Maybe if they had done that, like a fighting game, like transition from beat 'em up to fighting game where it has like Street Fighter controls, that would have been cooler. Like I like what they did. I don't know. I like what they did. I just wish maybe it was a little better. I'm not sure. But on the whole, like I said, that's maybe like the one little bit of a blemish, man, because this game is super duper 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 cool. I really want to get some friends over and try the 6-player. I think that would be insane. But in general, I mean, super fun game. The beat 'em up sections are obviously the bread and butter and are great. The kind of mode 7y kind of things are really cool. Also, I didn't bring this up in the Megazord thing, but it is cool that they use, like, instead of sprites, like models with cell shading. I think that looks really great, actually. Aesthetically, it looks really good. But hey, that's the gameplay, man. I hope you guys like this. I think you should check this out. If you grew up at a certain time, or you're just a fan of Power Rangers, or if you're just a fan of beat 'em ups, or both, I mean, this is it. In many ways, and this is going to sound probably crazy, this might be a hot take. In many ways, I like this more than the Turtles, the recent Turtles one. And I liked that game a lot. So that's really saying something. But hey, you know, I think you should check it out. And let me know what you guys think down below. And that, my friends, is Rita's Rewind. Like I said, I've beaten the game all the way through. I didn't want to show you a bunch of stuff because I want you to see it for yourself. I mean, like, you get the gist of it. Side-scrolling beat 'em up, cool kind of like pseudo mode 7 things, and then the first-person like Megazord fights. There's 15 levels, so it's all split up pretty good. It's awesome. It's so fun. I really enjoyed it. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is definitely something that I'm glad came out, and like honestly, like the way these awesome beat 'em ups are coming out nowadays, like you could pull from like an obscure thing, and like I would be all about it, man. You can make a Street Sharks beat 'em up. You can make a VR Troopers. Shoot, man, I don't even care. You know, something I never even watched. Yeah, I never watched. I was a little too old for Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know Yu-Gi. I know Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game, but you make a Yu-Gi-Oh card game, beat 'em up. Whatever, man. I'll do it. I'll play it. 6 players. Let's go. But let me know what you guys think down below, man. This was a fun one. This was a cool one. I really like this collector's edition, especially because it's pretty cheap. Let me know what you guys think down below. Did you get this? Are you gonna get this? You should get it. You know, Switch 2 is backwards compatible. Switch 2 comes out this week. And hey, that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. That'd be phenomenal. But as always, my friends, take it easy.